Okay, we're talking about functions again, and we're just going to do some more practice here. So it says state the values of f of negative 4 and g of 3. Alright, so as I was saying before, you've got f of x and g of x. And so to find f of x, what you're going to do is you're going to find, you're going to place that negative 4 for where x is. So let's find negative 4 on the x-axis. So we're down here, this is the x-axis going horizontally, and then we got the y-axis going vertically. So we find negative 4, and the corresponding y value right here is going to be a negative 2. So f of x equals y, and so the corresponding value for f of negative 4, remember, so this is really x, okay, and x. So you find that, you got negative 4, and what corresponding y value does it correlate to? Right here, negative 2. So you got right here, and then now we're going to find the g. So let's go to g of x, and for the x value we're going to find 3 right here. So it's going to be on this axis right here, and of course for this g function, this is the g function, its corresponding y value is going to be 4. So for A, f of negative 4 is going to be a negative 2, and g of 3 is going to be equal to 4, right up here. Alright, now let's do B. For what values of x is f of x equal to g of x? So we've got these two functions. We've got f of x here, and then we've got g of x here. And what two areas do they line up? Well, let's see. They line up here, and they line up here. So f of x is equal to gx when x, so here's your x-axis, is equal to negative 2 right here and positive 2. So f of x is equal to g of x when x equals negative 2 and 2. Alright, C. Estimate the solution of the equation for x equals negative 1. Okay, so f of x is equal to y. Remember that from the last video. So what we're really saying is y equals negative 1. So let's go to this y-axis right here, and let's find negative 1. Now we're looking for the f function, and it says estimate the solution of the equation, and so we're going to find that the corresponding y values for that negative 1 are going to be here and here. So x is going to equal a negative 3 and over here a positive 4. So x is going to equal negative 3 and a positive 4. Okay. Now for D, we got on what interval is f decreasing? Alright, so we got the function f. Well, what interval is it decreasing? So it starts right here, and it starts going down, 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 all the way to right here. And so remember, for that on these intervals, now it would look like, you might say, well, it starts decreasing at 3 and then goes down to -1, but for this notation we're using the x values. So the x value is 0, and then it goes to 4. So on what interval is f decreasing? We've got 0 and 4. Alright, for E, state the domain and range of f. Okay, so the domain, as we know, is going to be the x values. So we've got f. So the furthest most point to the left is going to be right here, and we're looking at a -4, and the furthest most point to the right is going to be a +4. So the domain of f is going to be -4 and a +4. Now the range of f is going to be the lowest point and the highest point. So the lowest point, so range is your y-axis. So the lowest point is going to be at -2, and your highest point up here is going to be 3. So then the range of f, is going to be a -2 and a +3. Okay. Now for the last one, oops. Same thing. State the domain and range of G. So for the domain of G, we've got right here, furthest most point to the left, and furthest most point to the right. And of course we've got a -4 and a +3. So domain is going to be -4, +3, and of course the range of G is going to be the lowest point and the highest point. So here's G, so where's the lowest point? Right here. And that's going to be right at a positive point, 0.5. So we got 0.5, and of course the highest point up here for the range is going to be 4. And that's just a little more on functions.